Hi, I'm Real Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 22, Volume 2. We're going on the second side of this tape. We're on the second side. We did this last week. We did all the commandos and the ping-pongs. We didn't do the Night Law because it's on the other side as well. So we've got Match Point, Bruce Lee, Night Law, Match Day, Battle of Britain, It's a Knockout, Action Biker, Arcadia, Game Designer, Buck Rogers and Wheelie. Maybe. You never know with these things. They tend to be a bit sort of hit and miss whether or not the actual content is exactly what you think it's going to be. Anyway, I think I showed this last week, didn't I? I showed the tape. Yeah, look at that. It's lovely in yellow. I like a bit of yellow going on there. It's actually almost nicotine yellow, isn't it? It's that kind of stained colour we used to have on all the walls because everybody used to smoke once upon a time. But anyway, without further ado, let's get this into a tape drive. The tape is in the drive, so let's go down to our favourite. Let's go down to basic and load it. So basic, and then load it, or load speech marks, and then we'll press the play button, and we'll go from there. Hopefully this will be match point. It's not really tennis season at the moment, is it? We're kind of mid. It's too early in spring. They don't like to come out in their shorts in the tennis players. They don't like to come out in the in this kind of weather. They kind of fly south, don't they, and play opens there. Australian, I think, is the last one they were playing in. Australian Opens. That's what you get when you're sort of playing tennis along the way. Anyway, how are you all? I've got a beverage. I've got coffee. What have you got? You got something yourself? This has just been made for me. Actually, I'm quite excited. It's this time round. My wife has chosen and selected the Little Miss Chatterbox mug. I don't know why she's done that. I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with what I do. But anyway, It's a good coffee though. It's a good coffee. So I'm slightly recovering today. Last night was sort of a works night out with a few other people, and we started with a few cheeky beverages. We had a couple of pints of Blue Moon, which, if you know Blue Moon, you have to have an orange in it. You drop an orange into it, so that citrus flavour that goes with it is very, very nice. Went down very smoothly. Followed by a huge, quite spicy chicken. What was it called? Zakuti chicken curry. I've not heard of that before, but anyway, I'd had one of those. Quite fancied it because it looked very sort of filling. There was a lot to it, so I had that. And then afterwards, obviously, with some pints of Cobra, because that's kind of what you have to have with every kind of curry. It's almost a legal obligation if you're not drinking a pint of Cobra. In case you're driving, of course. So. Followed by a trip to the old microbrewery success story Brewdog, and drank many things there. Do you know that they now do a tequila? I do. Yeah, the night ended with a few tequilas. It's a good way to end a night. The longest walk home of my entire life. I suppose I could have got a taxi, but I decided that I'd walk home and sort of, I guess, wear off some of the alcohol in my body. But it was in there. It's penetrated every cell. So this morning, though, surprisingly, according to my watch, I had a decent-ish night's sleep. I got out of 100, I got a 71. It did say I didn't sleep long enough last night, and I can attest to that. Getting up and getting drinks of water all through the night, which is what you do when you've had a few beverages. And I think as well. To be fair though, I didn't have to worry about locking the door. All right, Dave. So Dave had a little incident where he had to lock the front door, and he couldn't lock the front door because he was inebriated. So I'm sure Dave's in the comments below. But anyway, so it was reasonable. I was home at a reasonable time. It was a reasonable start and a reasonable finish. It was a really nice evening. You know when you have one of those really sort of nice evenings, and even afterwards. The thing is, I couldn't wait realistically afterwards. I've been out to sort of soak up the remaining alcohol with some fast food chicken, because that's of course also the lunchtime. It's either that or another beverage, isn't it? So that's how you've got to go with these things. So but I had some fast food chicken, and that's I feel a lot better for that. Not that I felt bad in the first place. I wasn't actually feeling that rough. So but either way, fast food chicken, sorted myself out, and now I'm ready for some Spectrum time with Match Point from Scion, licensed under DL Research. Is this actually not a bad tennis game, this one? This is one of the ones that was released by Sinclair themselves, obviously Scion being a big sponsor of the old... Well, I always wondered where they came from with that. Do you think that was down to... the fact that they made that Z80 process type stuff themselves when they certainly made the little Palm Pilots and things? Do you think that's where there was maybe some overlap with Sinclair Research? I never know what the overlap was. Does anybody know what the overlap was? Have a little look. Think about it in the description below. Oh, can do it with a Sinclair joystick here. Anyway, press space to move your menus, and then 0 key. When you're satisfied what to do, highlight your choice using the 0 key. One set, 0 key. There we go. To redefine the keys. Left key is currently that one. Okay, left. Want that one. A. Down, up, fire. Player 2. Left, right, down, up, fire. There we go. Define halt and abort keys. No. Right, so we're set up here. Quarterfinals, exhibition match. I think we're ready to go, actually. Let's press the 0. Oh, no. I don't want to redefine the keys. I've done that. Enter when I'm satisfied. My name. That's me. We'll call that... Oh, try to type that CPU in there. And I got it wrong. CPU. Entering mode. Right, okay, so... Who's who? Oh, no. Oh, it's playing itself. I just realised it's playing itself. It's in exhibition mode, isn't it? It's not one player. It's playing itself. So we got it playing itself. Can I quit? That's halt. Q. There must be a quit button. Oh, I made a mistake there, didn't I? Yep, you've made a big mistake there. And the computer's having the rally of its life. Well, we'll just watch the computer playing. Look how marvellous the computer is. Look at him rallying back and forth. But it's not bad, though. Graphically, it's pretty nice. It's pretty fun to play. I mean, I'm rubbish at it, obviously. But I mean, it really is. Somebody went to a lot of effort. It's not a bad tennis game. I mean, it's funny, back in the day, there was a lot of these things. They don't see them very often nowadays. So, you know, I think the last time I saw a tennis game, and it wasn't really what I would call a tennis game in the context of tennis games that we play nowadays, is like Mario and Sonic play tennis, which is like mental. It's like Mario when he plays soccer. It's not soccer. It's some kind of variation of Speedball 2 with Mario in it, realistically. It's sort of, they can all do mental moves and hack each other to the ground like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, it's tennis. It's nice to see somebody actually getting a little bit of a volley going here, a little bit of a to-in and fro-in. Yeah, it's good. It's good. So what are you doing? How's your week been? Have you been busy? Have you had a good time? Have you done something interesting? We're going to go on, by the way, simply because I don't need to play that. It's played itself, so we'll do with that. This is Bruce Lee. I hope this one loads, because I do love Bruce Lee. Anyway, so, yeah, I mean, have you had a good week? I mean, I'm off next week, which is a good thing, actually. I quite like being off. It's been a while since I've actually had a chance to have a little breather from the world, so it's going to be quite interesting spending a bit of time free and doing things. Probably just end up recording videos, because that's what I like doing. It's one of my things. You know, when you've got a thing that you like doing, it's worth kind of persevering with it. So yeah, a little bit of a blowout beforehand, obviously with a few drinkies last night. But yeah, it's been nice. It's been nice. I'm trying to think of any exciting things to say, but while I was waiting for that to do that on the screen, and hopefully it says Bruce Lee. There we go, Bruce Lee. Is there a new game recently? I feel like there's a new Bruce Lee game coming out. Anybody here heard of one? It does feel like there should be a new Bruce Lee game coming out. It is a particularly good adventure karate 'em up type thing. So it's a platformer, but it's an adventure at the same time, and it's obviously got he's sort of fighting this large sumo fellow and a little ninja. There's a hacked version where you can have a second ninja in it. So there's 3 bad guys chasing you around. I used to be able to finish this one. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends on my mood whether or not I make it through. But you're basically defeating a wizard. And were you rescuing a princess? I don't think you were you? No, I don't think you were. I think you're just defeating some weird, wicked wicked. Well, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was a wizard prince. But so you're defeating some wizard and making it through. That's basically it. Love that loaded screen. Every time I see it, I think it's brilliant. I've got the Datasoft version. I've got the re-release from Americana. That was the one that was called Americana. There was a re-release called Americana. Hey, do you remember the 80s? One of the weird things about the 80s was that a lot of the pop culture that came from our history or our sort of childhood, if you were around then, that Gen X sort of age. One of the pop culture elements of it was there was an awful lot of Americanisms put into it, a huge number of Americanisms. So there was Americana and. What was the US? There was something like USA Entertainment and things like this, and US Gold, and realistically, they had very little bearing on the United States market. It's just that it seemed good to put that on there because we bought it when it was Americana. Well, we didn't really though, but that was what the point was. They were trying to sell us the dream, the American dream. In the United Kingdom, we never really adopted the American dream, which is obviously the usual one, guns, oil, and drugs. God, spell the letters. Anyway, but yeah, we never really adopted the American dream as such. That's not my line, by the way, that guns, oil and drugs. That comes from a fantastic comic book called Losers, which they turned into a movie, which was rubbish in comparison to the comic book. I can't remember who wrote the comic book. I have a feeling it was Mark Miller. So he wrote this comic book called The Losers. They were the kind of the A-team, the bad A-team. The A-team where everybody gets shot with the Uzi and actually dies instead of actually getting up afterwards and having a gentle hug with the A-team. That's what they used to do, though. They used to blow things up, and then everybody afterwards would dust themselves off after they've blown them up with high, C4, or maybe it was just C2.5 or something like that. I love the fact that it's Linda Lee, obviously. Was she his partner? I don't know. Don't know nothing about Bruce Lee. But Linda Lee was the person you had to get the the licensing from. Anyway, right, let's have a go. What was unique about this game was that you could have 2 players of it, and the second player could play the bad sumo guy who effectively was trying to prevent you from actually completing your mission of collecting all of the various lanterns. I don't know what I did there. I was just being stupid. Collecting all of the various lanterns throughout the levels. This guy here, the sumo guy, he's green on the Commodore 64. Specky version, of course, he's not green, but he does chase you. So he chases you up the ladders, and he is responsible for sort of trying to prevent your collecting of all of these things, like this. And then you can he respawns each level. But over a 2-player game, of course, it's quite harsh because you obviously fighting your friend, and it can be quite a experience, especially when there's karate chops like that flying through the air. I love this game for the fact that it's a platformer. It's really smooth. It's such a solid game. To this day, it's a solid game. There's nothing about this that isn't a solid sort of platformer that you can. Whoa! I got hit there. Do. That's the noise it makes when you get hit and killed. Do. And he's coming at me now. Oh, whoa! There's karate chopping me across there, but he's missed me. He's gonna try and get to me now. Look, I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna try and off there. So once we've done this, we should find the bottom of the levels open like that. Yes. And then we can go further. And we can go over here. I love this game for so many reasons. It's just so much fun. Ah, sugar! I've got a problem now. I need to do that because I want it to be back at the top of the level because I need to do this. Oh! And then wait for these. And then get that one. And that door opens there. And then this is a level where they aren't in. These two. Oh, no, they are. Sorry, there are certain levels where they aren't actually there. We've got to climb up here, avoiding the swords. And once we've done that, these change direction. Yeah, little ninja just jumps off there. The electrical beam changes direction. And then we climb up here. And then we wait gently for this to move over. Oh, God. Oh, made it. Just. Now, there's explosive things on the floor, which I've just ran over just to demonstrate to you. And you can set those off. If you time it correctly, you can set them off and hit the computer. Oh, God. Don't hit me again. Right. See, this level doesn't have them in. Oh, we jump there. Jump there. And we can shoot across this way. Whoa, karate chopped over the top of it instead of jumping. Oh, God, I've got to go that way. Oh, no. I didn't realise I had to go all the way through this thing again. Right, that's fine. And then, boom. Jump that. A blade on the floor that chops you into pieces. And I'll climb up this one. And it's open the centre section there. The beautiful, what I like about this is the simplicity of the level design. On no more than one occasion, you only have to do one or two sort of movement items. So you're only one or two rooms away from the next thing that needs to be moved. So it's got a logic to it that is pretty good. It's got a logic to it that's pretty good. So you only have to be a couple of rooms. Whoa, sugar! Where am I? Don't die. Oh, sugar! I've died again. But there's a logic to it where it's only a few rooms away from where it should be. So the puzzles are all kind of easy enough to resolve. You know that I should need to climb up that. That's why I was getting into trouble. I was trying to stand on it rather than climb it. Yeah, the puzzles aren't that far away from where they need to be. I fell too far. I got caught and died. Game over. Yeah, I was meant to get that one. It opens this side, walk down there, get the one at the bottom, opens the top. I mean, it's just so simple. It's brilliantly logical. I love the way that Bruce Lee works. I know there's a second one. It's a Bruce Lee 2. You can download it. It's for bizarrely, it's not for the Spectrum. It's for the Commodore 64 and the Amstrad, but it's a PC game, but in the styling of. So it's so you can play the Amstrad version of it, and you can play the Commodore 64 version as if they existed, but they don't exist, but they exist, but they don't exist. Yeah, exactly. But if you Google it, you'll probably be able to find it. Bruce Lee 2 on the Commodore 64. Well, styled like the Commodore 64. There are some games out there like that. There's I picked up one on Steam the other day called Vermatron, and it's basically somebody who's obviously had a Spectrum when they were growing up, and they basically styled the entire graphics and palette based on that Spectrum thing, even though it's actually quite a massive PC game. I can't remember what it's about, though. I did get it, and then I've probably forgotten what it was about. It's just it is what it is, you know. So, but Vermatron, somebody created, I think it was Beep's Island as well. That's in style of Spectrum things. There's one... there's several of them. There's quite a lot of them. There's Spectrodes. If you've not seen Spectrodes, that's also in the style of Spectrum graphics on Steam. Quite a lot of games, to be honest, that are fantastic on Steam. I picked up, I got sent recently, this is going to be hard to say when I've had a few drinks. Well, I had a few drinks last night, but anyway, Geometry Survivor. I got that as well. I sent that one as a free code. And I basically have a policy of not really reviewing things I don't really like, because I don't think it's fair. Especially most of the stuff I get is from indies, and if I don't really like it, I don't really want to say I don't like this. You know, I know there's the thing called constructive criticism, but sometimes it's just down to the fact that the gameplay is not good. It's bad. So, but I reviewed that one. I quite like that one. Despite they made some other games actually with the same company. It's been quite popular. Quite a few people have bought it. It's about £3 if you're interested. It's a similar sort of thing to the Survivor games. It is a Survivor game, but it's got geometry and neon lights and 80s techno soundtracks. You can't really beat that realistically for a bit of fun. If you want to have a look, it's on the channel. It's only a couple of days old, that particular thing. I released it on the day of the launch of the product. I thought it was fair to do it when it was actually launched, so that people know what they're seeing and what they're getting. Just adjust my microphone here, because I keep thinking I'm not talking loud enough for you. Sometimes I raise my voice and sometimes I drop my voice. It's probably because I'm Little Miss Chatterbox. Was there a male version of that? Mr. Noisy, wasn't it? Yeah, Mr. Noisy. Yeah, it could be him too. Oh, here we are, Nightlaw, the one that didn't load on the other side last time round. Nightlaw. Such graphical advancement at the same time at the expense of what I would say was decent gameplay in a lot of these isometrics. We've discussed this many a time before. I know many people love them, but I think we were all sort of hypnotised by it. Yeah, hypnotised possibly by the fantastic graphics, but I just never could get over them. It just never really worked. There was one recently. Was it called Lomo or something similar? There was a PC release, a new game. I got it. I think I got a freebie actually of that one as well. But I got this thing, and it's in the style of these kind of games. Obviously, there's no slowdown on things like the Switch, but in the style of these kind of games, and it just wasn't. It wasn't brilliant. I could have done. There's better games out there than. It's all right. It's just not brilliant. Yeah, there are better three-dimensional isometric games. Actually, not to say that some of my favourite games are isometric. Diablo, the original Diablo, and the Hellfire Edition. That's an isometric game, but by the time it gets to the PC, I think it's what it is the rigid controls of these. You know, it's. If you think about it as a movement, it's like doing north, south, east, and west. Those are the things. They're very, but then turn it slightly to sort of diagonally, so you're doing sort of, northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest. That kind of thing. Those are your angles, and that's all you've got from it. It just doesn't. And there's no way to get something that's coming at you at a slight angle. They can move more freely than you can. The things that are in the game, it just isn't brilliant. It's a lovely loading screen, though. I've got to admit, that's a lovely loading screen. So this, anyway, that's the follow-up. Yeah, there we go. Is the kind of follow-up to the first game, the Saber Wolf. What was his name? Saber Man, wasn't it? This is an amazing part about this. I think Saber Wolf made it. Didn't it make it to the Game Boy Advanced as well? How mad is that? I suppose, of course, by then they're getting to becoming Rare, which of course Microsoft own nowadays. But and there's a huge push for the Rare Replay to be released on the Switch, because everybody wants to play those older games, which includes Nightlaw and Jetpack and all those kind of things. So yeah, some good games to go on it actually. Right, quickly, coffee again. Brilliant. I have no idea what the keys are, but I'm going to give it a go. Doodaloo. Oh, that's jump. That's rotate. Oh, God, yeah, tank controls. Ugh. Which is which? I'm trying to work out which is which. Oh, here we go. Turn to the werewolf. Right, okay. And that must be walk forward, yeah. Yeah, tank controls are directional controls. Now watch the slow down here as we do. Oh, look at that. Straight into this thing. Yeah, so... Yeah, you have to position yourself correctly for... I mean, it's graphically impressive. It looks good. Oh, don't do that in the middle of standing on there. It's not a clever idea. How am I going to jump across that? That makes no sense. Yeah, that's no sense at all. I don't know how you get across there. That's rubbish. Anyway, you try to find a cure for your saber wolf problem, which is where you turn into a werewolf every night. It's a problem I have quite frequently. I often turn into a werewolf every night. I push these out of the way, and they're going to drop on my head just as I... There was always a rumour that once you became the werewolf, you could jump higher. I'm not entirely sure that's true, though. Yeah, they drop on your head, so we can't do that either. Oh, here we are. We're werewolfy. Oh, maybe this one could... Maybe he's strong enough now to push this out of the way without dropping on his head. Yes, he was. Maybe it's true. I don't know. Oh, look at this maze time. There must be some advantage to me being the wolf. Maybe it is true that you can jump higher and longer. Oh, here we go. Watch these disappear, yeah, or sink. There we go, we got across there. What's that? Oh, can I pick it up? I've now got it. Whatever that does, I've now got it. I think you just got to find ingredients and put them like in a pot for somebody. Definitely it's mapped. Yeah, we knew that was coming. Oh, here we go. I managed to get further in the game than I've ever done, I think. I don't know if you've got a certain number of days to become... Yeah, it's definitely a run through fast, isn't it, that one? Oh, I just ran into him. I tried to change direction. 6% overall rating poor. That's absolutely fair. Not one of my favourite games. I've never really liked it. I just love the covers. I love the boxes they come in. They came in these large cardboard clamshells with a black matte sort of rough finish with a glossy stickers on it with saying things like Night Law, with somebody who'd gone on a great deal of effort to sort of produce what I would call beautiful graphics. So yeah. I mean, in fairness to Night Law, the presentation of the game is fantastic. The actual game itself, well, yeah, not my favourite. We've got Match Day next. I'm not a big fan of Match Day. There's like Match Day 1 and 2, isn't there? It's the original Match Day. Who did this? I'm trying to think now. I think it's Imagine, isn't it? I'm not a big fan of it. Or did they do Super Soccer? One of the two. Never been a very big fan of these ones. They've not really played very well. Sensible Soccer is my thing. If you want a football game, Sensible Soccer's your game. I think it's much more sensible and more fun. That wasn't a pun intended, by the way. That was just generally that Sensible Soccer is I think a better game, and it's certainly more playable. And you know, it's a good one for friends. That one, Sensible Soccer. Yep, Match Day. There we go. I'm still chattering like Miss Chatterbox. Oh yeah, good. It's good. I haven't actually got many games coming at the moment for Spectrum. I've been quite good about. I've had a few interesting additions. I got Microgen's Panic the other day, which I was quite pleased about. I added that to my collection. It's quite expensive, but worth it. I haven't added an awful lot recently. And I've not even had a chance to have a go on the next. I suppose I can do that while I'm off. But I haven't really had a good chance to go on it, apart from the original sort of having to go there initially with it. I'm still waiting for my I think I need to download the trial version of something new from Death Squad, which is they've got a new game out. I'm quite looking forward to that. As I say, Willy the Wasp was one of their titles, and the Exterminator. So they've got a few new ones out. John Ritterman That was the one. That's almost the name I was looking for. That was the name I couldn't remember. It was on the tip of my tongue. I think he did the graphics, of course, not Chris Clark. Or did he do both? It says John in the bottom corner there. He's got an eye for the graphics, that's for certain. The graphics got so much better, didn't they? It was just all of a sudden there was better resolution. You could get better graphics. Nowadays they're all modelled by specialist artists, aren't they? That's the thing. That's why I love a little bit. That's why I love a little bit different. I love the indies because the indies are not spending millions of pounds on generating games that we don't all want to play. I mean, the strange thing is at the moment though, what are the big two games on both consoles and PC. Those the big two games at the moment, which is quite insane, is Pal World, which is the sort of somebody described it as Pokemon with guns, and of course Helldivers 2, which isn't on the Xbox, but is on the PlayStation, and there's currently a petition for the Xbox users to actually get the game transferred over to the Xbox people. You know, show some love for the Xbox. You know, if I was Sony, I wouldn't show them any love. But anyway, it's a game that everybody seems to be loving. The constant battle between the I think they're called I don't know, Termids or something like that, and the equivalent of the Cyberdyne on one side, so like androids on one side and great big alien bugs on the other, and people just loving it. They're loving doing things, the craziness of it, and the fun that they're having with it, and of course the fact that it sort of mimics or replicates the sort of militaristic future scene in Starship Troopers. Somebody said he made a comment the other day, or certainly was reading something about Starship Troopers. There's lots of details you may have missed. I mean, the fact that the uniforms look almost SS uniforms from World War sort of II. That's no accident. They did that on purpose. But the other thing is the things you missed are things like when they say the bugs fire at Buenos Aires and fire a meteorite. They only do that once in the whole movie. There's a suggestion that they're still shooting it down, but it's only through one of those propaganda newsreels. So there's a good chance that they sacrificed Buenos Aires, so that they could incite the human race into one common enemy. It is actually a thought, and it is possible that is the case. It's kind of clever, that, if you think about it. I mean, how many times have people been manipulated by press and media? And that's one of the things that happens. It only happens the once. So why then, and where, all this kind of stuff. It's a weird one. Match details change. Yeah, okay. Don't want to change the length. Amateur, one player. Yeah. Control cap shift to go back. One player. Change controls. No joysticks. SP. Hang on. Player one. In. What do I do? Enter to select keyboard. Q. Can't use Q. Okay, return to match. QW. LP. See kick. Right, okay, that's fine, doesn't matter. How do I return to match? SC. Kick off. SP. Enter. I've got to admit, I like the zooming that it does there. This is pre-mullet day, by the way. I think Egg Match Day 2, they all have mullets because, of course, mullets are the most attractive hairdo a man of the early late 80s or early 90s could actually have. It's a very attractive look. Many men can't pull it off, but those that can are true heroes of the mullet game. I don't think I've never had a mullet. Oh, my wife's just shouted the words Pat Sharp. You see, he attracted those lovely ladies, those twins, didn't he? With his mullet. If he hadn't had that mullet, they would never have been working with him. I feel like I'm totally not in control here. I am in control. I'm like the guy at the top there who's running downwards now. I'm trying to hold the button down. I've just made the goalkeeper dive the wrong way because I was pushing the button and it's running around with his arms in the air. I'm bored of this one already. Let's carry on. I'm bored of it. Yeah, Pat Sharp had the twins, didn't he? He had them all bouncing around in his fun house. Nowadays, he'd be arrested for that. So yeah, Pat Sharp and his fun house. Of course, a very attractive man with that mullet of that size. Was he a DJ? I think he was a DJ, wasn't he? That was his thing, wasn't he? He was like on the BBC. Is he still alive? Oh, he is, isn't he? Because he's had his hair cut short. It's not even. You wouldn't even recognise him as Pat Sharp nowadays. What are we looking for? What are we on now? What am I looking at? Battle of Britain. This will be a tactical one, probably by CSL. Well, I think it's CSL. Are they guys who made a lot of them? I'm looking upwards because I know I've got some on the shelf. But can I see them? No idea. I can see Mini Office, though. That's good news. Got a Mini Office just so I can work some spreadsheets. Bob. We're going to be playing Bob. The Battle of Britain. Is this the one with the Spitfires? My history's not so good with the Battle of Britain. Not sure what happened in this one. Somebody will put in the comments and tell me what it was. I don't remember studying that one. You know how you get subjects? It depends on what they're feeling like. I got like the Wild West and Custer's Last Stand, and his refusal to take Gatling guns. You remember that? That plane's called Loop. That's awesome. Anyway, no, it's not. It's War Gamers series. It's not who I think it is. But anyway, so it's Spitfires, by the way. So, what was I saying? Yeah, I got hit for history in my sort of GCSE years and O-level type years. I got. What happened there? What's loading still? Whatever happened, it worked. Anyway, so I got Custer's Last Stand. We got to explain where Custer was misinformed of the numbers of Indians and Native Americans that he was attacking and refused to take Gatling guns because of his pride. That was too much for him to take the Gatling guns. It would have totally changed the whole thing if he actually taken Gatling guns with him. He wouldn't be seen as this poor general who didn't understand the battlefront, but. No, he apparently his information was bad and he didn't take his Gatling guns. He was offered them, didn't take them. To be fair though, that he was out there chasing down the poor people who lived there in the blooming first place, wasn't he? Wasn't exactly a fair scenario. But yeah, that's what I did. It was really weird. That and World War One. Everybody did World War One and the start of World War One and various, the various assassinations that took place that led to sort of the sparking the tensions across Europe that caused the First World War. Which of course was what's that one where they had, was it in 1917? There was a movie, wasn't there, not long ago, in 1917. That was pretty harsh, wasn't it? That was a horrible movie. That was so weird, though, because when you look at that, and I don't know how factually correct it is. I know they try the best to make them factually correct, but I don't know how factually correct they are. They kind of had them, bunkered down, but as they entered the bunk, you know, the trenches and whatever else it is, before they entered all of that, it was all lush greenery and lovely stuff, you know, and then you enter these trenches and it's just horrible, and then you walk out the other end of it where the trenches are, and you're back to lush greenery and miles away almost from the conflict, even though you were, you know, meters away from your enemy as they dug bigger and bigger trenches. Are they still there? Or did they fill them all in? Did any of that get left? I've never asked that question to myself. I'm asking myself whether or not any of it got left. I suppose it's possible, isn't it, that it got left, some of that? Wow. Must be some field somewhere with all that in. Well, that's a very strange thought. That is a strange thought. That's actually quite weirded me out a little bit, that one. Anyway, so Battle of Britain, though. Spitfires. This is the old RAF with the Rolls-Royce engines. I think they were, weren't they? Rolls-Royce engines in these things that sort of flew these planes. That's a long load. There's a lot on this tape though this week, this time round. It's a knockout. That was a show which was really weird with lots of weird games in it. The royal family seemed very keen on it. The royal family was very much involved in it quite a lot of the time. Oh, I'm gonna press 2 for keyboard. Training game, please. Oh. What's the keys? N. N is my fire button. Oh. Right. Oh, look. That's my movement. Let's pause. Oh, okay. It's real-time strategy, peoples. I'm not sure what I'm meant to do. I think that'll be my plane there. Hurricane ready. Okay. Scrambled. A scrambled one. I need to scramble this one as well. There's the Germans coming now. Look there. What's this? Have I paused it by mistake there? I can't do anything with that. Let's scramble these guys. Scramble! Let's scramble these guys as well. Oh, is that the German there? The German things. There's our planes. Those are runways, look. That's what they are, runways. I don't know what that is. Let's scramble the Spitfires. Squadron 66. I've just ordered 66. They're after the Jedi. Oh. Okay, I'll get my coat. Scramble. They're in the air. Oh, where did they come from? Attack the German forces. Oh, there's an attack going on. It's happening. We're taking them down. They're running. Go on, get him. Get him, boys. Luftwaffe. Squadron 66. That's kind of cool. Kind of like that. Probably needs a bit more understanding, but that actually is quite cool. You're kind of chasing things down in real time. It's like early real-time strategy. Quite clever, actually. Quite like that. Better than I thought it was going to be. What else we got here? Next. It's a Knockout. Yeah, that's correct. I did say that. Action Biker. I'm looking forward to Action Biker. I think I'm the only person in the world who actually likes Action Biker. With Colin. Clumsy Colin of KP Skips. Whatever happened to Clumsy Colin? Did he have to trade in his bike? And he's probably married now with 3 kids. And an alcohol problem or a skips problem, maybe. That's probably what he's got nowadays. He's moved on as Clumsy Colin. Yeah, he's sleep motorcycling, and I think do you have to find all of his parts? But that sounds really rude. Yeah, it's like his bits fell off. Yeah, I've got to find his gonads. No, but he's a sleepwalking hero of the whole thing. I remember watching this on the telly. I don't remember an awful lot about it. I do know what's he called ended up in prison, didn't he? Mr. Hall. Was his Jerry Hall? I can't remember. No, Jerry Hall's the big woman from Batman who married Mick Jagger, didn't she? Mick Jagger, is that right? Jerry Hall, supermodel. Never really thought much of Jerry Hall really. I don't know about anybody else. I've never really thought much of Jerry Hall. 1989, of course, would be the first time I really saw her, which when she featured in Batman. I don't think she was. Who was Vicky Vale? She wasn't Vicky Vale, was she? She was somebody else that the Joker ends up with spraying acid into her face or something similar. She should have probably played Harley, shouldn't she? That would have made more sense, wouldn't it? Could have been Harley Quinn. It's a Knockout, 1986. Strange game. Something with flans for the F. N for... H for... I don't know what it is. T and D, and I have no idea. I've never played it. I've got the game. I believe it's a Bob Wakeling cover as well. Because who else would you want to put on something like that? I mean, considering it did things like Hunchback and all this kind of stuff. Very nasal again today. I'm going to blame the alcohol from last night. That's what's made me nasal. It's another side effect of alcohol. Don't do drugs, chids. Or drink. It's bad for you. Gives you a headache. Gives you a headache. Just a little one, small headache, nothing horrendous. So, yes. I don't know much about this. I don't think I've ever loaded it. Nor do I think it's ever featured on What's on the Tape. So there's a first. We've got first needed a Bob. Well, we've just done Battle of Britain. That's never featured on What's on the Tape before. This one's never featured on What's on the Tape. I don't think Action Biker has ever featured on What's on the Tape. Oh, has it? It might have done. I'd just say, I think I'm one of the few people in the world who actually likes that one. Funnily enough, the different versions of it are slightly different from each other. The Commodore 64 version of it is completely different to the ZX Spectrum version. I tell you what, though, I do miss Andre's channel because Andre he was doing What's on the Tape with Commodore games, so he was like loading Commodore games as a What's on the Tape. I quite liked that. That was quite fun. However, they do take 4 million hours more to load than the Spectrum stuff. It's our Spectrum counterpart, but it's a fun idea. It's a lovely concept. We all love it. It's the reason we're all here to sort of watch things being loaded badly on a regular basis. It's been a good tape, though. I don't know who I got this from. I have no idea who got this from. Number 16. I have a feeling this came from a chap called Kenneth. I think it's one of yours, Kenneth. It's numbered 16 with the orange on the side. Quite like the fact that I've got his whole collection. Look at this. It's Britain, Germany, France, Italy, Belgium, and Holland. I forgot it was an international game. Number of players 1. Pick your country. It's got to be Britain, isn't it? Got to be Britain. Isn't it? Who are we going to play? Bronco Bash against Germany. The flying flans. Okay. Belgium has scored 12. What are we doing here? What are we waiting for? They're kind of going through something. Flying flans is the game. Britain to Pele. Okay, cool. Oh, missed him. How do I... Hang on. How do I play the flan? Oh, I'm the... Bums. I'm the guy... I'm this guy. Yes, I caught it. I'm the flan catcher. I missed it. Come on. I've only scored one flan. I've got one flan. I've got scored one. What a mental game. I don't remember flan catching as being part of the... What are you doing? Oh, God. I'm the flan catcher. I've only got one. Hang on, that was definitely a catch. I've got one. They're just firing flans everywhere. 3. Oh no, I almost had that one. Oh, I moved. I've got 3 points. I'm doing rubbish. Not doing well for Britain. I've got another one. I got 4. No, I got 3 because I didn't get it all the way through. Oh. Belgium's won the event. Right, okay. How do I drop it? How do I drop it on the Broncos? Oh, that's it. That's a button. Yes, got him. Bang. Bang. There, he's dead. Bronto bash. Oh, I missed it. Moved it too far. Bash. It's not me, by the way, jiggling it left and right. It just seems to be doing it itself. How much did I get? I got 7. Germany got 7 as well. Harlem Hoppers. They're playing different games. Why are they playing different games? It's Britain's type of play, Harlem Hoppers. What am I doing? I want a string. Am I meant to be catching the balls? I am. What a strange game. Tell you what, that camel looks weird as well. Look at its face. It looks like a dog's face, not a. Come on, I've not caught anything. Nearly got it. I'm mental. A crazy game. I don't think I've never played this before. It's really mental. Right, okay, let's just let her do one and then... Yes! Missed. Oh, missed it. Yes, 2. That's it. I scored 2. Oh my god, everybody's beating me. That's insane. That's a strange game. What's the next game? And France to play. France is going to win. France has won the event. Who's winning so far? I'm bottom anyway. France and Italy are drawn at 9 points. I scored 11 points. What were they playing? Titanic Drop now. These are strange games. These are very strange games indeed. Don't know these ones. New the games. Don't keep telling me their scores. Tell me what I'm going to do. Come on. Germany to play. It's got 15 to beat thus far. Is the answer. Whatever this is, I've got 15 to beat. What is the game? Okay, how do I push the button? What do I do? Oh, I've got to drop. Right, okay. I'm meant to drop through the holes. I haven't made a hole yet. Okay. Yes. 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 I am. I think I'm winning this. Yes, I did. I won it. I won it by 2 points. That was amazing. Madness, this game. Bronto bashing has gone on. This is mental. Diet of Worms. Britain to play. I haven't managed to pick up a blooming thing yet. Oh no, I had picked them up, I just didn't realise I had. Oh my god. Just to go to the train now. There's another one. Try time. Yeah, I got a worm. I've never played this before. I have not played it before. At all. It's alright actually, it's not too bad. It's not a bad selection of games. I think I did alright. No, I didn't. I did rubbish. Oh, I got 8. I got the lowest. Everybody else is beating me. Thrashing the hell out of me. No, I got 5. Sorry, I got 5. I got 5. Vienna got 5. Germany got 14. Of course they did. Completely beaten me. Unbelievable. That was a lot of... That was quite good fun, actually, so far. I wonder how many other games there are on this. Some strange games. First place has been drawn. And then back to Bronto bashing. Oh, the obstacle race now. Obstacle race. I want to do the obstacle race. I've not played this one before, I say. Remember the TV series? I thought it was blooming mental on telly when they were sort of screaming and shouting, and then of course they had the whole royal family getting, you know, getting mucking around in it. Oh, it's one that you tap the button. You have to tap the button to run. Oh, it's madness. Oh, fell over the hole. I think the other one's like a pace setter or something like that. So I know where I am with it. I've done distance 4 so far. Look at him go. Look at him stomping along the road. I'm thumping the keyboard here. Distance 7. Plenty of time. Going across this obstacle course as fast as possible. There we go. 10, 11, 10 objects. Got zapped by it. You've got to pass the objects to get extra points. So, there we go. I've passed that object. We're okay. Everything we pass is an object that we get points for. Those circles are getting me every time. Let's jump over this wall, see if we can get another one. That's another one, 12. What did I do? 12. Yeah, everybody's beating me again, unfortunately. A bit of a nightmare. A lot of games on there, though. A lot of mini games. I wasn't expecting so many mini games. First place has been drawn. France has won the competition. Well done, France. And Britain came last, only just behind Germany. So there, I feel we've done all right there. Pressing the key. That was all right, actually. I was all right. It was better than I thought it was going to be. I've not played that one before. I quite liked it. It was quite good fun. Silly games, but nice games to play. A little bit of nothing like a bit of mini gaming stuff. Right, this could be Action Biker. It could be Arcadia. It could be Games Designer. It could be Buck Rogers. It could be Wheelie. Could be any of these. Fairly accurate though thus far. So we've got Action Biker. Good game. I like it. I'm surprised though. I'm always surprised when you find a Mastertronic game, you know, actually on a compilation tape. It seems very cheaty, that, to be honest. You could probably have bought it for the price you bought the pack of blanks for. But I think we all had some that were naughty. We all had some naughty games back in the day. There we go. Clumsy Colin was the mascot for KP Skips. That and the Abbots. Do you remember the Abbots? They were the Peanuts, weren't they? Well, they didn't do Skips, but they did KP and the Abbots. And the Abbots had, if you remember back in the day, they had Wade Whimsies. Do you remember Wade Whimsies? That's probably some words you've not heard before. Wade Whimsies are little models made by the pottery firm Wade down in sort of the south of the country. Well, I say south of the country, Midlands. And they used to make these Wade Whimsies. They still do to this day, would you believe? There is in fact still a huge collector's market for Wade Whimsies. And that whole selection of Abbots, my wife has the whole lot, every one of them. There were certain ones that were rarer than others, and she has the whole collection of these Abbots. You'll remember them, little glazed men, little monks. Can't remember what the score was with them. They used to have back in the day, they used to make adverts like they were making TV series, so there would be long-running things, and the Abbots were long-running as well. I think Clumsy Colin had sort of long-running sort of bits and pieces that he did as well. He was kind of a long-running standing character within the advertising genre of the time. Don't really do that anymore. I don't think they do that at all. I think nowadays it's hard-hitting and fast, especially as people like YouTube themselves, they'll probably seen an advert at the beginning of this. They're usually no more than 15 seconds long nowadays, or they're 5 seconds in actual time total, so they know that you can't, you can't skip them. You've got to watch the 5 seconds worth of them. I love those people who do those adverts that are like 3 minutes long though. Those are the bizarre ones. The ones that where they're hoping you just leave it running, where they're like, we can double your money, just stay on for 5 more minutes and listen to how Jeff here, previously a multi-millionaire, has invested more of his money and made more millions. You too could be like Jeff. Jeff, the multi-millionaire. Look at him on his boat. I obviously I respect them greatly when they're telling me from the yacht that yes, I made all my money by making the little people poorer. And that makes me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside. And wants to make me say you to those gentlemen when they do that. But so anyway, those are the kind of adverts. But I never understand how they do it. I mean, what was the other one the other day? Something like, you'll never need light bulbs again. Why? What are you going to do with my eyeballs? You're going to polish them or something like that? And give me front forward facing lamps or something. You'll never need light bulbs again. You'll never need to go to the dentist or have your eyes adjusted. No, none of those things. Absolute bollocks. It just really is. There we go, KP Skips. The crispy corn fries from action-packed fun games. I love that. I forgot that part that it did that, the KP Skips thing. Utterly forgot that it does that second loading screen. You're not just done with one, you've got another one. He's cool, by the way, because he's from the 80s. He's got a feather for an earring. Look at that. You beautiful man, Mr. Clumsy Colin. Feather for your earring. Legendary. Almost there. Almost loaded. I have to admit I'm flagging a bit now, so I do apologise if I'm slowing down a little bit with the conversation. I've just I think... Oh, I'm yawning on you. I'm sorry about that. I'm yawning. I was going to say, I checked my sort of timing for my sleep, and it was. I reckon the sleep thing reckons I got 4 hours. It's pretty rough, that, really. It's probably true, because you do get up and down, don't you, for glasses of water and wheeze and stuff like that. And of course, the older you get, the more frequently you do that. So it's. I never did that when I was a kid. Went to bed and you just fell asleep and you stayed asleep for like 12 hours solid or something similar. Nowadays, I'm up every sort of 4 hours because I need to go to the loo minimum. So there's at least once up per night. But if I sleep too long, it's always a problem. I hate sort of sleeping too late nowadays. It's that shame, when you're a teenager, you absolutely love sleeping until lunchtime. It's the kind of thing that you did, but as a young, sort of an older man, middle-aged man, we're going middle-aged man. I feel like I'm wasting the day, and I feel like that sounds such a dad thing to say. You're wasting the day lying in the bed. I wish I'd actually taken a bit of notice and got up earlier. Would have been quite nice, realistically. But yeah, I do get that feeling nowadays that I'm wasting the day. We've got another loading screen, Mr. MJ Child. There's a lot of loading screens here. This is awesome. We've got 3 loading screens. Who would have thought that we'd have 3 loading screens on the whole thing? It's unbelievable. Madness. Utter madness. Load. Are we there yet? Are you there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there? Are you there? Are we there? Are we... Right, 1 for keyboard. Don't know what the keys are. Let's find out what they are. Do. I think it's that. Yes. Come on, Colin. Now you can enter houses, and I can't remember how you enter the houses. There's a way to enter houses. Oh, this is going to annoy me now, because I know there is a way to enter the houses. Because you've got to enter the houses to find out what you're doing. So there's your KP Skips there. That's his Skips. There's Colin shooting across here. Watch out for the skidding thing. Now, how do we onto the houses? Oh, don't need to wait. Don't wake up! That's what Colin's trying to avoid doing, by the way. He's fast asleep. He's asleep. There's a house. How do we enter it? There's a way to enter the houses. How do we enter the house? How do we enter the house? Colin, don't wake up, man. Sleep's running short. Let's get some skips. So that should wake us. That should put some. Plus that. There's another house, a school. You got to be able to enter. You can enter the houses, but I can't remember how you enter the houses. Going a bit faster. There's another house there. Look. Come on. How do we enter the house? Enter the house. Enter the house. Enter the house. I'm going to Google it quickly because I need to know. How do we enter the house? Action Biker. How do we enter the house? ZX Spectrum. Specky. Enter house, because I know you can. There's a way to enter the houses to find out what's going on. Enter the house. Action Biker, enter the house. Right, okay. Space to change gear. Accelerate. Right. No. Oh, so it doesn't really make sense, that. And to change space to change gear. Space, maybe? You need special wheels for the oil. Yeah, so you can go through them faster. I know that. There, cafe's open. We need to go to the cafe. How do we go to the open cafe? There's definitely a way to do it. I know there is. Oh, there's cars now. That's alright, we've got this. How do I get in the house? Let me in the house. You've run out of fuel. Damn! Time to wake up, Colin. I can't remember how to do it. Can you remember how to do it? I can't remember how to do it. I always quite liked Clumsy Colin, though, an action biker. I think I'm probably the only person in the world who ever did, but I quite liked it. I think there was a lot of subtlety and build on that that we none of us really explored enough, and we kind of dismissed it as not being very good, but it actually was very, very good, and especially for a budget title. I remember buying it as a budget title. I think actually though I probably played it on a special tape first. Again, one of my friend who had the huge collection of special tapes. So yeah, that was the case that there was there. Okay, loady. Very good. Arcadia. This is a game that was released by Imagine Software, I believe. I think it was. It's a shoot 'em up. It's actually not a bad shoot 'em up, this one. A little bit crazy, busy on the screen, but I quite like the fact that it's so busy because it makes for a decent arcade sort of experience. There are some good arcade games out there, some really, really good ones, but this one really makes for a decent sort of decent experience. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Only 16k if I remember rightly as well, so this should be a fairly quick loader. And then we've got, we've got so many things on here left to do. We've got games graphic designer or something similar. The Buck Rogers and then Wheelie, maybe. I don't know if it'll all fit on here. Yeah, there you go, Imagine Software. Arcadia. Wow. Any key to begin? Yes. What's the keys? I can't remember. What's the shoot? What's the shoot? I know what. I've got it. Got to shoot. I love that sort of. There we go. I love the vibration of the character. How it's like cycling graphics as you play. Look at that. See how it cycles when you thrust. Cycles sort of between red and damn, the explosion's good as well. But it cycles the sort of colours when it bounces along, which is really cool. There we go. Shoot him. Yeah, it's not bad, this one, actually. I think one of these games that I think is slightly underrated and shouldn't be. It's a decent game. It's worth the playing. There we go. Shot you all down before you even got a chance to hurt me, and then he got me with that one. That's fine. I can do that. Can deal with that. Oh, thrust. There we go, up the top here. There we go, another one. Love it. There we go, thrusty thrust. It vibrates so beautifully on the screen, though. Somebody worked this out, that they could make this real effect, this sort of phasing effect. It's fantastic. Level 2. Wow. I don't know how many lives we've got. 2 left, 2 left. Oh no, I lost all my lives there. No, that phasing effect is just amazing. I think it's really well done. Sort of cycling the colours that sort of rapidly enough that you can see it. Very good indeed. Right, let's see what else there is on here. Game Designer is here. We'll have a little look at Game Designer. Load. Here we go. And then we've got Buck Rogers and Wheelie, hopefully. There's not a lot of tape left, so if these are on there, I'll be actually amazed. Unless Game Designer is very small. I don't think we're going to be able to do much with Game Designer, but we'll load it anyway and see what happens. Game Designer. Software Studio Game Designer. So there was quite a lot of these back in the day. There were some that were easier to use than others. CRL made some of the easiest ones. Quill was quite well used. Everybody used Quill a lot for text adventures. That was quite a popular one, to be honest. We saw that one quite a lot. I think I've got Quill somewhere. I've never actually used it to create a text adventure because basically I think we grew out of text adventures. I don't know if anybody else feels this about text adventures. I feel that as gamers we kind of grew out of it. I think once we got into sort of LucasArts and their point and clicks and Sierra and their point and clicks and their sort of combination point and click ones where there was a little sort of movement sort of speech things, even Nighttime and the Magic Knight series, that kind of ended the requirement to do type, go here, go left, go right, pick up, take all, combine sword with something else. Oh, hang on, stop. You've got to stop. I've got a problem. Hang on. I'm going to come back in a second. Hang on. Stop. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I don't know how long that wasn't recording for, but basically, I ran out of space on my my actual recording device, so I had to make some space just the last second there. And it just came up with a big warning message just saying, full to the brim or whatever it was. So I don't know what happened, but anyway, we're back. Oh, brace yourselves. Anyway, so it's often a strapping job, realistically, with what's on the table. So there's a roller coaster of emotion that's involved in the whole thing. Emotion, inverted commas, large letters. So inverted commas and large letters. Yes, emotion. It's a problem. He's just shaking his fist at the microphone. Oh. Anyway, but yeah, so we're on to Software Studios Game Designer. Hopefully it'll load. We'll see whether it happens. I have no idea. There was a lot of these around, as I said before. Like CRL did quite a lot of these things. There was Lightning. Do you remember that? Machine Lightning. It was called. I think it was called. I'm trying to look up again because I can see there's a few up there above me. What else was there? Oh, I think I've got one called D-Logic there, but I think that was for writing more databases than anything else. I've got some strange things. There's some quite good ones out there, I guess. There's some that help you write machine code and other bits and pieces. Somebody had to create tools, I guess, to make life easier with it. I can't remember who it was. It was describing how they made Spectrum games back in the day. They didn't know how to sort of change it into machine code mode, so they used pokes and peaks to literally poke the registers manually, and they said it was extremely difficult, but that's how they decided that they were going to do the things. So there is a requirement to write machine code. Problem with BASIC is that effectively when you load that, it then has to translate it into machine code once through the interpreter of the language. So it sort of interprets what you've written, puts it into the machine, and runs it as sort of as code, which is the reason why the basic ones are always less responsive than something that's written straight to the machine itself, written for its level of coding. Something that nowadays only a few or a handful of people will do, because a lot of the stuff's high level nowadays, not low level elements to it. I mean, it makes you wonder, doesn't it, about operating systems, that how they're built to some extent nowadays. I know it's compiled code, but it must be interesting to be on the development side of an operating system now. I think it's probably quite hard work to be that kind of developer. Well, yeah, maybe I say maybe we would see whether it was hard work or not. So, yeah, interesting life. Realistically, interesting life we have now for developers. It's much easier for them. I mean, to be fair, as I said before, there's things like Godot and all this kind of stuff. Jay Holland, I have seen this before. This will actually play. I think there's a game built into this one. There you go. Shoot them up. You use the cursor keys. That's right. It does. And you shoot waves of aliens. So it's built into it. Yeah, you can't die either. It's kind of handy. Oh no, you can. But just I was being rubbish. Yeah, so there's a game built into this. This is actually one of the easier developing games studios. This one. I don't know whether it compiles it in anything you can actually use. On other things, but that's not bad, is it? Really, considering. Look at it. I mean, you can redevelop the ship. I don't know how you get out of it. You have to press break key. Enter. But I mean, you can alter the sprites. You can see how the ships are there, the ones that are there, that are explosions. You've got sprites 1 to 31 to do. You've got one of those to be a ship, so you can make a ship more exciting. 0, I assume it's the escape. Is escape? Or just enter. You can change. You can select a new game. Try 2. Let's play that game and see what it does. Space Invaders. There. Oh, look. This is bang. Select a new game. Press 3. Let's have a look at 3. 1 to play. But that's actually quite impressive, realistically. It's a shoot 'em up simulator. Or not simulator, crater. That's actually quite better than I thought. I remember seeing this a long time ago. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's a rotational one. That's really cool. That is actually very cool. Give kudos to the guy who created this. I mean, load and save from tape. You can create your own, the movement. I don't think there's much you can do with it. I think you can just choose one of these styles and do it. I suppose though, you'd be forgiven for 5. Oh, what have I done? I don't want to do that. Select game. 5. Play the game. Oh, your little tank in this one. There we go. Yeah, you'd be forgiven for I mean, this chap has basically created you a simple way to create games. Look at that. Space sort of, bang. Look at the way it explodes. This is bang. Cat in this one. Shooting at witches, I'm guessing, on brooms. do I fire? Angels. Like a little angel. There you go. And then more creatures appear, so devils and spawning things. It's kind of cool. Let's have a look at number 7. Play that one. Oh, I bat them this time round. Actually have some interaction with them. I'm a bat and ball type thing. And you got the attack waves that they come in as well. 2, select new game. Number 8. 1 to play the game. And we get. Oh, that's really good actually. Massive credit to the developer of this. That's actually quite good, isn't it? That's better than I thought it was. Game designer. Now I need a copy of that one because I've never seen one that's easier. And that's 1983, so that's only a year after the specky's been out that somebody's created something as simple as that. How brilliant is that? To be fair, that's almost as good as was it shoot 'em up, edit designer I think it's called or something like that. Sud. Which was created by, what's his name, Caldwell. No, it's not Chris Caldwell, because it's a friend of mine, that one. Oh, I don't know. He created Egghead. You know who I mean, though. It'll be in the comments below. Somebody will put it in the prompts below. He created Egghead. But basically, he created the AGGD, which is a lot of people use that to create their games. It's just a simple development tool, and there's one for creating shoot 'em ups only, which where we get the game Mortivica, which I actually have somewhere on Cronsoft. Cronsoft released that Mortivica. Bit of a strange one if you think about it, with the title, but actually a very good shoot 'em up, created with that tool. The only thing I would complain about with that is the fact that it just uses monochrome graphics. It's not a game that uses lots of colours. There are colours around the edges where you can put your borders or where you set your play area, but the central sort of action is just in monochrome colours, which is great and not great at the same time. I don't think anybody should be afraid of the colour clash. Certainly, Lee Chops, the chap that Lee Chops Stevenson, the gentleman who's just won an award for, was it Platform of the Year? I think it was. I think he needs to get the tattoo, by the way. But Lee has won that recently, and he's not afraid of. He doesn't. He's sort of like what colour clash? I mean, he's done many a game, Mr. Hare games mainly that we've seen recently, and it was on my channel. Those Mr. Hare games, he doesn't care. I'm with him on this. I am with him on this 100%. Just go with the flow, go with the colours. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, at the same time, you got the people who created the Exterminator and Willy the Wasp, where they try and avoid all colour clash, which is their sort of motus. Their one thing is to avoid spectrum colour clash. But if you want to use colours, you should be allowed to use colours. Some other people use clever tricks for this. For instance, if you look at Dan Dare, as an example, Dan Dare uses puts objects and things in the foreground so that when your character walks underneath them, they don't cause that sort of colour clash. That I can kind of respect that. Everything's foreground, so pillars in front of you. Is in front of you. You walk behind the pillar when you go past. It can also be seen in things like Colin Swinburne, I think it is. Colin Swinburne did the Joe Blade games. He also did Deviants later. Deviants is a fantastic sort of follow up to the as a player's title, budget title. Fantastic follow up to his other fantastic Joe Blade series. And that one there, it's foreground, and it looks really good for foreground. I don't know what the keys are for this, so we're just going to try it anyway. Press fire to play. Right. There we go. What's up and down? That's down. That's up. Right, okay, so we're Buck Rogers. We're just flying along the planet. I think we're just dodging it out at least to begin with. It's like a slalom. Yeah, there you go, it's a slalom, I remember that. So we're dodging in and out of these towers. Towers of Doom. I just crashed into that one, that was pretty bad. So good I blew up twice. It's ticking those things off next to the score. Everyone I pass through is one less of those. I don't know if this is an arcade game, but it's not bad. I do like Buck Rogers in the 21st century. Or 25th century, wasn't it? 25th century. Captain Buck Rogers. My friend said I was always obsessed with it, but there was an SSI game, which was on the Mega Drive. Absolutely loved it. You know, Buck Rogers, and I was so obsessed by it. There we go. Now it's double the number. I put some creatures in just to make sure that I'm happy, and they're very happy creatures. Look at those happy creatures. Happy nutters going across the surface of the planet. It's what we like. Happy creatures. Yes. And we're going to get some more in a second once we pass this level. There you go. Speeding up as well, I can notice that. So Buck Rogers on some kind of crazy mission to save the Earth. I've only got one word to say about the TV show, or two words to say about the TV show. Wilma Deering. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, he took me from behind. Yeah, she was a proper 80s lady, wasn't she? A lot of lycra. Oh, gone again. It's not bad, this one. It's okay. It's not a bad little shoot 'em up. Gives you a little bit of a target, of course, with these things where you've got to fly through it. So there is that as well. There's an element of changed attack. There we go. Game over. Game over. Yeah, enjoyed that. It was fun. Let's see what else is on here before we finish off. It should be wheelie. I'm not sure they've got enough space for wheelie on here. It's crazy. Right, load it. There we go. There can't be space for wheelie on here. Haunted Hedges. If I say the word Haunted Hedges, everybody around there who's ever played wheelie will be like, yes, I'm with you on this. W2. Wheelie 2? I don't think there was a Wheelie 2, was there? I am very, very bunged up nowadays. Very, very bunged up today. Definitely need, you know, some, what's it called? Is it, what's the stuff you put up your nose? No, not that. You just behave yourselves. No, the other stuff you put up your nose. Vicks or something like that. No, you don't put it up your nose, do you? Put it under your nose. Sudafed or something like that, isn't it? That's the other one. That's the, kind of the squirty juice that you put up your nose. It's just getting worse. I need to stop saying the words I'm saying. So yes, I need some of that stuff. Need some stuff that I put up my nose. Preferably not the type that requires £20 notes rolled up. Aren't they a bit sharp now, though, those £20 notes? They used to be paper back in the day, weren't they? Now they're all plasticated. So I saw somebody play a record with one of those. You know, they were that sharp, the corner of it, that you could put it on a record player and actually use it like a stylus and actually have it sort of play back the music. Unreal. I thought wheelie had a loading screen, so this is not the wheelie I'm thinking of. This is W2. There's very little in the way of tape left. This is looking interesting. This just says program as well, so it's one of those loads where it's just a program. Worth it. Great first start to season, actually. I've enjoyed it. I enjoyed last week. I've enjoyed this week. I've enjoyed recording videos this week, even if I had a little less time than I'd like normally. It's been good. It's been fun. It's been really good. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning again. I need to go to sleep after this. Now first I need to edit it, and then I need to send it off for its rendering, which takes about whatever time you see on the end of the video. It takes about that much time to render it, roughly. A little bit less, actually. I've got a decent enough processor, so I only do things at 720p. I don't do it at 1080p for what's on the tape. What's the point? What are you gonna what are you gonna get out of it? I mean, have you ever seen these things? You get videos where people are like, right, gameplay footage of PlayStation 2 game at 4K. Who cares? It's PlayStation 2. It ran on 1440p or 7 or whatever it was for 500p for PAL. That's what it ran on. What's the point in doing it in 4K resolution? It's not even going to look right. You need to make it look sharp on 720 at the max. There's nothing else. There is nothing left on that tape. I want to see if they can list this because this looks interesting. Randomizer peak. Invalid colour. We can't see anything in there. That is not loaded. That is not loaded at all. That is a bit disappointing. I don't think it's going to either because it's literally run out. It's running out of tape. We're still loading there, but there's very little tape left. W2. That's not wheelie. That's definitely not wheelie. That was a basic program. Yeah, there's no tape left on that really. Oh, we didn't get to see it. That's a shame. I was looking forward to seeing that one. Never mind. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next week. And we'll do this. We'll do another volume of what's on the tape. How about that? You up for that? Yeah. I'll see you soon. Bye now.